What's going on, everyone? Hope you're all having a great day. So what if Final Form Cooler came to Earth trying to prove that he's the strongest in the universe years later and ended up fighting future Gohan? What would the outcome of this fight be? Like always, let me know who you think would win in the comments below. But without further ado, let this battle begin. So really for us to gauge future Gohan's power, the only real fight that he ended up having in the series was against the future androids. And while Future Gohan was able to hold his own against the androids in that final battle, and even was pretty impressive, I would say, he ended up losing to those androids. Now, we know that the androids in the future timeline were actually weaker than the ones in the present timeline. However, the ones in the present timeline were able to pretty much beat down all the Z fighters, including Trunks and Vegeta. As well as we saw in the special, The History of Trunks, that Future Gohan ended up putting up a better fight against the androids than Trunks did later in that movie. That even as a Super Saiyan, Trunks did not perform as well as Future Gohan in that fight, and I would even say that Future Gohan just has more experience, he was a Super Saiyan for longer, and that he did have the opportunity to train with Piccolo and his father, even though they both ended up perishing in that timeline. So I would say that Future Gohan is definitely at that point stronger than Future Trunks. We don't know exactly by how much, but I would definitely say Future Gohan is stronger than Future Trunks when Trunks first arrived to our present timeline. However, when Trunks did arrive to our timeline, the main one that we know, Trunks ended up beating Mecha Frieza and King Cold pretty easily. Now, we know that Final Form Cooler is much stronger than Mecha Frieza and much stronger than Final Form Frieza as well. So it's not really kind of like an apples-to-apples comparison, as if Trunks is just able to dominate Mecha Frieza and struggles against the androids, that doesn't necessarily mean just how strong, Cooler would hypothetically be. But also, another link is that Goku was the one who fought against Cooler, but also had a little sparring match against Trunks. Now, Goku was able to block Trunks' sword pretty much with one finger, and I would say that Goku would probably be stronger than Trunks at that moment. So we could say that both Future Gohan and Goku are stronger than Future Trunks, who was able to destroy Frieza with ease. Now, we know in the Goku vs. Cooler fight that Kaioken Goku just was not able to stand up to Final Form Cooler whatsoever, and when Goku ended up going Super Saiyan, Cooler really couldn't do anything to Goku. That even, we know that iconic scene where Cooler just punches Goku right in the stomach and Goku just doesn't even flinch. However, Goku did struggle a little bit with Cooler's Supernova, but was still able to send it back to Cooler and ended up defeating him in that movie. So we could say that Goku was just much stronger than Final Form Cooler when Goku was a Super Saiyan. Now, even with Future Gohan kind of being nerfed, I would say, in kind of the future timeline, that he had a long time to train, and as well as, was trained a little bit by his father and was trained by Piccolo, so he does have more experience than Trunks would if Trunks would necessarily fight Cooler. As I said, that Trunks is probably weaker than both Goku and Future Gohan. Now the question arises, is Future Gohan stronger than Goku in the Android Saga and Goku in the Cooler's Revenge movie? And you could also say that Super Saiyan Goku was probably around the same power as Super Saiyan Vegeta during the Android Saga as well. Maybe Vegeta was probably a little bit stronger than Goku, I would say, but they would probably be even similar levels of power, even if Vegeta's a little stronger, and Vegeta just got annihilated by Android 18, even though we know that the present androids are much stronger. So if we take that into account, that Goku would have gotten bodied as well by Android 18 if Vegeta's stronger than Goku, so Future Gohan putting up a good performance against the androids, even if the androids are a little bit weaker than they were in that timeline, I still think that's very impressive on Future Gohan's part. But Goku's fight with Cooler definitely happened after his fight with Frieza, so Goku had to have gotten a Zenkai boost, and he had to have been training quite a bit after his climactic battle with Frieza. However, if I had to say, I would think that Gohan probably would end up beating Cooler. I think it would actually be a pretty cool fight. I just think that really Future Gohan, much stronger than Trunks, and with all that time for training, that he would have probably been maybe around the same level as Goku, and maybe even would have been stronger at that point. That the future androids and even the present androids, I think, are just stronger than Final Form Cooler, and they're definitely stronger than Frieza. If Trunks couldn't even put a number on them, but he could annihilate Frieza pretty easily, I would say that the androids are probably stronger than Final Form Cooler as well. And if Future Gohan is able to put on a pretty good performance, I would, even as a biased Future Gohan fan, I think that if he fought one of the androids, there's a chance that he might have ended up beating one of them, but just fighting both of them at the same time I think was just too much for him, especially when he only had one arm left. And I just think that his performance against the androids just kind of, against I would say a stronger opponent, just kind of shows that I think Future Gohan would be able to handle Final Form Cooler. It would be a pretty tough fight, but I think I would probably give Future Gohan the edge in this battle. But like I said in the beginning, let me know in the comments who you think would win this battle. I think that Future Gohan would probably just end up winning, just because I think Future Gohan just has better feats, being able to perform at a pretty good level against a higher level of opponent. Like I said in the beginning, let me know in the comments below who you think would end up winning this fight. Like I said, I would probably give Future Gohan the edge here. I just think that he has a lot more impressive feats, and if, a Super Saiyan Goku was able to pretty much body Final Form Cooler, I just think with the amount of time Future Gohan had and just his performance against the androids, I think Future Gohan would end up winning this. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.